Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's stream. Let's do this. So, you've got questions. Let's go through the questions. Starting off with F. Having a nice little kickback up today. As expected with the bullish mean reversion on Bitcoin. Essentially, we had a condition where Bitcoin was going to be forced to either go up or sideways due to compressionary conditions. And if Bitcoin is going sideways or up, generally altcoins can perform pretty well. I'm talking for shorter moves. If Bitcoin is in a longer term upward trend, typically altcoins will adjust their price to the downside so they can maintain the same USD value. But if it's just a short upward move, the coins can typically perform quite well. I'm going to get a glass of water. I'll be 10 seconds. Okay, I spilled my water. Excellent. All right. So daily chart, have this nice upward move. All we can really do right now is find this mean reversion pivot, and it's as simple as that. So because we had such a nice long period of compression, this upward move generates a very, very clear and defined red plume, which means it's going to be extremely reliable for defining trend. Our trend pivot right now is 0.616, as defined by the 180 period 1.25 standard deviation of a Bollinger Band. All right, you just watch that value as it goes up. If price touches it, you can buy. If that value breaks, then you can short. Easy and simple. Next up is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has not had as strong of a move to the upside. We have broken our higher high here. There is some mild concern with the fact that we are directly on the 3.2 of the CLCP, which should provide resistance. I'm thinking for this evening, we're likely... Ooh, hold on. So this is a bullish mean reversion condition, correct? Right. So if we have the 220 period, which we can define. Beautiful. Excellent. And we say if this is 220, if we go inside the 220 band, we will stay in that 220 band until we either touch the mean or two, that 220 period turns green, which happened here. So as of 13th, Bitcoin was once again capable of trend. Which means this is a very, very neutral position for Bitcoin. It can essentially do whatever it wants. So with that in mind, if you think longer term trend is going to continue, if you have signals that are in line with that expectation, one thing you can do is you can enter a short right now. And then you can just stop up at like maybe 24/7 or 26 if you're feeling aggressive. Essentially, you're betting on longer term trend continuation off of this resistance value with the assumption that because the daily is fully compressed, or excuse me, because the 4 hour is fully compressed, the daily chart can once again resume its downward trend. That is a possible play you could do if you have signals that suggest that this might continue in the downward direction. Otherwise, because we don't have a trend pivot on the 4 hour, we're going to have to go to the 1 hour. And we aren't defining a trend pivot down here because this is too tapered of a move to actually define a trend pivot. So that means we can't really identify a good way to enter a long on this chart. Next up, let's take a look at link. Daily chart. No visible signs of active mean inversion for our chart. Fully compressed. Oof. Slight signs of an upward move here, but we are generating mass, which means I wouldn't take this play. Generally, when you have a mean wave PM cross, you want it to generate a plume of mass to enter on. That hasn't been the case here, so I don't see a play. Next up is XAU. Is that the right one? Yeah. All right. Is there a 24-hour chart? I don't want the weekend breaks. I just generally don't remember. I also don't care enough. Okay, this is fine. Interesting. Ooh, that might be a big play. Wait. Yeah, so if we think about this, longest overexpanded period here is 220. Make that 3.2, please. Okay. Yeah, that is still a little bit too far off for me to consider. If you have one more leg down and you do touch that, like $90, that might be a good scoop. Otherwise, I don't quite see it. Next up, CHR. Full compression on the daily. I don't see the expansion just yet. Is it happening on the 4-hour? It is happening on the 4-hour. All right. Okay, because you have comprehensive expansion and it is bullishly weighted, yes, you can take along right here and just bet, hey, this is going to continue its massive, stupid up. Wait, how massive and stupid is this uptrend? Oh my. With how cyclical this looks, I think this is a really good play. 300%. Wow. Okay. Yeah, do it. Complete compression on the daily, complete compression on the far, bullish weighting with a wave PM cross. Looks great. Really good chart. CHR, that's my call. TRX BTC. Be very careful with TRX. Essentially, their entire model right now is identical to Luna, and we all know what happened to Luna. So, algorithmic stablecoins, be very, very wary because all your money could just evaporate into thin air. Bearish mean inversion cross? Yes. Okay, I see. You want to short this. So, or wave PM cross, excuse me. Yeah. Mean inversion is expired. This is bearishly expanding 1-hour chart. This is going to give us a pivot. Yeah. This ship has sailed unless it kicks back up to like 308, 310. But this looks like a really good short to nab there. I like it. And TRX is an easily shortable coin. It's on BitMEX, so good play. Take a look at AAVE, AAVE, BTC. I would be wary on this one. I see what you're looking at here with this bounce. My only concern is it's not a solid plume. You can see here that it's broken up into expansion and overhead. So that pivot I would not trust. All right, folks, it has been a fun evening. I'm going to call a night. You have a good one. Ciao. The best way to do this.